Hey, hi, I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for February 17th, 2025. So, yeah, it's this really nice sunny day today. Sleep was, rough last night until I could actually get, like, I don't know how to explain, like sometimes how my sleep is disturbed, and this is something I have to work with every single day, every day. Um, I get terrible nightmares, and then I wake up, and sometimes I don't even know where I'm at. And then I startle the dogs, and then they all jump on me, and then it's like, oh, okay, Like, a lot of people out there don't really know what I'm going through out here. It's difficult, I will say. But I do try my hardest to keep my spirits high, because I'm trying to be motivational for those who are also suffering. Whatever's going on right now is actually taking a toll on my health. And because I'm sensitive to stuff, whatever's going on right now, it's not helping. It's not helping any veteran out here, I don't think, either. And I was doing a little research, and did you guys know that 22 veterans die per day? Out of all of the suicide rate of Americans in the whole United States, most of that is our veterans. Most of the time it's because they can't get the care they need. They're homeless. They're suffering. They have mental health issues that they can't have addressed. And, there's a lot of disrespect out here towards us, especially from the hospitals, whether it's the VA or whether it's a private or public hospital, whatever. It doesn't matter, because they will still treat us like dirt, because nurses there don't know about mental health issues. Okay, you can go there and express that you have this, and whatever, and basically all they will do is give you a dirty look, roll your eyes like you're crazy, and just give you the minimal care you need, especially if you go to an emergency room. It's terrible. It's terrible. I was treated like garbage when I needed to go to the emergency room at that Baylor White and Scott, or Baylor Scott White Place hospital in Texas. My anxiety went up, my heart rate was racing, my blood pressure went up, and I had to call, the fire department for help. Or actually, I called them and asked them what I should do. Because I personally know when those things happen, the hospital doesn't do anything to calm you or ease the problem. They just make you lay there. And I knew it. But the fire department was worried about me, which I appreciate. And so was the police department. It was the policeman who came, who convinced me that I should go, because he didn't want anything bad to happen to you. He didn't want, me to get hurt or whatever the case. I can't remember, but he was a really good guy. And little did they know, they made it worse. I even called the fire department back and told them what happened, and they were like, oh my gosh, we're sorry, we didn't know. And somebody already told me I should get a lawyer and I should sue them, but I'll tell you what, this happened last year, and I am still traumatized over the whole ordeal. And to be quite honest, the reason why I'm not really seeking out a lawyer or anything, because if I get involved with something like that, it will affect my health again, because I also have a problem to be like, I can't be in crowds anymore. I have to choose days where I can actually go shopping or at certain times, so I don't have to be around crowds. Oh, trust me, Black Friday, I never do that, because I would be, I don't know what would happen, but I'm not risking it. And what's going on right now is just absolutely disgusting. And it's most likely the rate of veteran suicides will go up. And the reason why I say this is because what I mentioned before, and because of the thought that what did we fight for? What did we fight for, only to possibly lose everything, or people getting hurt? Or we didn't fight for this. None of us did. And so I feel really bad for other veterans. Not because of any cutbacks or whatever, whatnot. I'm talking about the mental health of veterans, because this type of stuff that's going on right now is taking a toll on veterans' mental health. You know, it's like we already got them out on the street homeless and hungry, and they're trying to live through that, and then they find out what's going on, that maybe they'll never be able to get help, or they'll be upset about what's going on because they'll realize that nothing that they fought for was real. It was all for, you know, this to happen. I pray every day for America. I pray every day that God gives me a sign on how I can help, because I honestly, I don't know what to do. I want to help, but I've been screwed up so much by the VA that I fear going there. That's why I try to take my own health into my own hands. You know, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't smoke weed. The only thing that I do that's bad is I vape. And that's one thing I'm working on stopping. I changed all my eating habits. I don't go to fast food restaurants. Like the last time I went to a fast food restaurant, maybe was like last month. But I don't wish to eat there, because that food causes illness, and illness causes people to go to the hospital, which would mean that I would have to go to the hospital. And because I don't want to do that or experience the treatment from the VA or any other hospitals, I just try my hardest to keep my health as best as I can, you know. As for the mental health stuff, my dogs are the ones that are saving my life right now, not the VA. It's my dogs. Because when I have those nightmares, I swear I wake up not knowing where I am. And, you know, half the time I feel like I'm still on the ship, and that I'm tripping out, and that I'm not going to live through it. And then I notice that my dogs, when I wake up like that, my dogs are kind of startled a little bit, and then they jump on me, and then I realize, okay. I'm in the trailer, I'm with my dogs, everything's gonna be okay. You know, like, I kind of feel like if something happens to any of my dogs and I'm still alive, I have to rush to get another one. Because they are the ones that are reminding me that, hey, we're here, it's us, you know, we're here. And, you know, they're not saying anything, but they're jumping on me like, what's going on, which triggers me to like kind of snap out of it. You know, they're not even service dogs, they're not emotional support dogs. I mean, I can't, you know, but they are, you know. And I may not even be here if I did not have them. I may not even be here today without them. Because I'll tell you what, when I lived in Missouri, I had like a kind of a mental kind of breakdown, I guess you could call it. And I wasn't feeling good. I was feeling like I was wanted to end things. And that nurse on the phone had the nerve to tell me, because I called for help, because when I feel that way, it's not just a mental thing, it's also a body thing. I feel like my lungs start crushing in, my heart rate goes up, I start to stiffen up, and it's like, it's so painful too when that happens that I cannot stand the pain. And it's hard. And I don't take pharmaceuticals. I don't take mental health pills or none of that stuff, because I have found that I am allergic to a lot of the pharmaceuticals. I have some sort of allergic reaction to whatever, you know. And so I've decided to say no pharmaceuticals, no narcotics, no nothing, because I have some sort of effect. It has an effect on me. Yeah, I just can't, you know. Not just the dogs are keeping me alive, but I also go to prayer. You know, I pray a lot. When that time comes, when I have to, I pray to God to please make it go away. And eventually it does, but it's difficult, you know. Like, yeah, I look happy on here all the time because I don't want people to be upset for me. This is something that I have to deal with because I am getting absolutely no help with it. If anything, if I do try to get help, it's harmful to my health. So I can't. And I'm not the only one out here. There's a lot of veterans out there that probably feel the same way. They can't get the help they need. And they know there's a problem. And we all have to find our own way of meditation. This is why I stay by myself, because I will be triggered by things that upset me. And I don't want that. You know? I don't want this. And I don't want anyone else out there to give up, you know, or anything. And so, you know, I try to talk on here about traumas and things that happened to me, but I have not really mentioned what happened on the ship. Now, on the ship stuff, it's a different type of trauma. It's not the same. Because in my mind, or in everybody's mind, I'm sure we've all heard about forgiveness, right? The thing is like when it's like trauma that's happened as a child or you know, sexual assault, all kinds of things. This is something that can be forgiven, you know, in your own private space, of course, or, you know, because I don't suggest you go to your abusers and forgive them. You do it in your own private space, and God will take care of the rest. With the ship thing, that's something that who can I forgive for that? Who? Someone saved my life. Okay, that's something that it's not like it could have been prevented, so that's something I have nightmares about all the time. There was a fuel spill and it sprayed a whole bunch of us, and that was frightening beyond belief because I mean, it could have gotten worse because when we were refueling, the fuel thing unsnapped and it just sprayed everybody was drenched with fuel in our eyes, in our mouths, like on our skin, and it kind of burned, you know. And I swear, like, I've always had good vision, and yes, my mom and my dad and my sister have glasses, but I always had the good vision. And when I left the military, few months later or a couple years later, I started seeing that my vision was in decline. Now, I don't know if that's a family thing because everybody else in my family wore glasses a long time before that. My vision was fine, but now I have to wear glasses, and, you know, I can't drive at night because I can't see well, and the VA is the one that provides glasses for me. And guess what? I'm not going there and getting them. Things that I know that I am rightfully deserving of, I don't use it because of the treatment I get at the VA. I'm going to have to sign up at one of these over here just so they know where I'm at or have my information, but it's going to be really, really hard for me just to step in that place, especially if I see other veterans being mistreated right in front of my face. Oh my God, the anxiety and the blood pressure will just go through the roof. Because I have seen it. I have seen veterans being treated poorly. I've been treated poorly, you know? For me, the budget cuts for the VA, it's not a problem for me. I don't go there anyways. I try to take care of my own health. My dogs help me get through the mental health issues I have. I do a lot of praying. It's difficult. It's hard every single day. The nightmares, they don't go away. So if you're a veteran out there, just try your heart. Get a dog, I swear to you. They will help you. Get a dog or some sort of pet. Actually, I feel like the dog is the best because I don't know, like if you have a nightmare or whatever and you're, you know, or something, I don't know if a cat would come towards you and be like, hey, what's going on? You know, I know for sure dogs will do that. Dogs will sense your panic and they will come towards you like, what's going on? What's going on? They want to see. You know, so for me, it's dogs. And just wanted to talk about a little bit about that today. I don't really talk too much about mental health in regards to my own stuff that much. I try to talk about healing yourself from traumas, about, you know, about bad people doing things to me, or, you know, that we can get over it. But when it comes to stuff that you have no control over it, like getting hurt or accidents or something like that, that's who can you forgive? And this is where it's hard to heal there. And this is possibly why I keep getting the nightmares. I have a hard time sleeping sometimes. Sometimes I wake up with that feeling like I want to do something and my dogs save me at that moment. So I don't know what's going on with the government. I've been watching a lot of that stuff and I'm just in fear. Not for me, but for those that I fought for to keep the freedom going in America. And this is why I know that this is why I have a feeling anyways that my anxiety levels have gone up. I also have since I hate to say it, since that person got into office and I seen what's going on there, the nightmares are kicking in. Whatever's going on here, you know, it's not helping the veterans. It's really not. And at 22 veterans a day, and it's rising every day, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an outlook of a veteran who's, you know, another veteran out here struggling, trying to, not struggling as in like financially, but struggling with the mental health and trying to keep it together because we can't go to the VA to get the real help we need. Go to the shelter, get yourself a little pup, a little dog. That will help so much. You have no idea. Because at least you always will know that your dogs care for you or love you. Because out here, nobody does. Seriously. I see too much veterans going through crisis out here, homeless, no, you know, alcoholic or drug use, because they can't really get the help and they don't know how to fix their traumas. That's what I'm trying to do here. trying to tell y'all what I did and what's helping. I'm sorry, but the traumas will never ever go away, because unless somebody can figure out how you can forgive something that's not a person or something, like, what can you do? You can't forgive the military because, number one, you are expendable. They tell you that when you're there. They basically tell you, if you die, it's okay because we'll just replace you with someone else. That's what they tell you. We are expendable as long as we're there. That's traumatic as it is. But because we care about our country, we fight anyways. We go anyways. We do the best we can anyways. But if you believe that they are proud or care or whatever for you because they give you a little medal and a piece of paper, or they raise your rank or whatever, just because they do that, you are still expendable. Who's going to join the military anymore? Not very many people. So I'm kind of thinking that there will be a draft going now, because people will be like, they don't want to fight for a president who probably is just in for, who wants to fight for the billionaires for their business? I don't. I want to fight for the freedom and safety of America. That's why I joined. But aside from, school money and all that stuff, of course, right? The benefits of it. But who's going to fight for this guy when they know that they could die just to fill their pockets? No one's going to join. So what he's going to try to possibly turn around and do, unless something happens and he gets impeached and the vice president gets impeached too, because he's just like a puppet to the, unless somebody does that for them, there may be a draft. There may be a draft because nobody's going to want, people aren't going to want to re-enlist either. People aren't going to want to re-enlist. So it's a problem. We have a big problem here. Anyways, I got too long. I didn't really realize. I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for February 17, 2025. And, to my veterans out there, keep your head up. You can make it through this. If you're suffering from anything, just take a deep breath. Get a dog if you don't have one. Just do what you can, because we are on our own, basically. So, thanks for watching.